all things metal. I'm Matt. I'm Jeff.
Welcome back to the Blackcast, the ones and zeros of all things metal. I'm Matt.
And I'm Jeff.
And today we have Amorphis and Bloodywood, two folk metal inspired bands. One from India and the other from Finland, I believe. Yes.
Amorphis is Halo and Bloodywood is Rakshek. I'm just pronouncing it that way.
That's how an American would pronounce it.
I'm just going to stick with it.
Yeah.
Because I don't know the proper way. Probably could have looked it up, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We are also, if anybody's listening, we are filming this episode for our YouTube channel, so it'll still be uploaded like normal on Anchor and Spotify and wherever you listen. But since we're here filming a bunch of reaction videos for the React channel, we figured we would give it a try and film an entire episode and upload at least one episode, every once in a while, filming it while we're here.
Yeah.
Because this is the same night that we would normally record our podcast.
Yep.
At home. So,
that's my mom. She just came down from up north.
Good, that's good. I was like, oh, the dog opened the door. So we're going to start with Amorphis.
Yeah.
Right? So Amorphis is a new band for both of us. Been around for several decades so far.
Yeah.
And very like prog metal, kind of happy sounding, interesting band. A lot of longer songs, 5, 6 and a half minutes long. So both these albums were pretty long this week. I felt like.
I didn't realize how long Bloodywood was until I was on my way into work today listening to it. I didn't finish the last 2 songs. And I was like, I thought I could finish this in the 35-minute drive. And I looked down and it's like 47 minutes long. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
It was a lot of music.
Yeah. I just pulled up. So Amorphis has been around since 1994. And they started off, or did I miss? Oh,
What is that? What is that?
So they started off as a metal, a death metal band, and there is what Jeff just pointed out.
It's the first thing that a lot of my eyes landed on.
In 2008, they kind of switched their sound around to a meld of prog and psych driving hard rock, and then it goes down and says songs utilize shifting time signatures, erratic melodies, choirs, and even changing dynamics to underscore the band's unique, unrivaled folk cum melodic death metal fusion.
I think if it's meant like folk cum melodic, like melodic, like summa cum laude, or that thing. It's like cum. I'm like, okay,
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I apologize. No, they're 1990 is when they formed up.
Formed. Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
This was talking about at least by a year. Yep, for me at least.
91 for me.
Yeah. Same. That's when their demo came out.
Okay. Interesting.
One thing that I found interesting is that Amorphis actually means having no defined form. So in changing their sound from death metal to prog metal to that psych hard rock and the folk metal and kind of mixing it all up, kind of fits with the name of the band.
Yeah, it does.
I found that interesting.
Yeah. I wonder if they were called Amorphis the whole time.
I think so.
Or does their name change? Amorphis 1, Amorphis 2. No, I like that though. That's
Hello 1.
Hello 1, Hello 2, yeah. I'm on Hello 9.
Nice.
So far. I have playlists and I don't know what to call them, so I just call them Hello 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm on Hello 9 right now.
Yeah.
long album. I didn't listen to it as much as I wanted to for reasons I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
That we won't get into. But it was yeah, but it was a cool album. I had like zero expectations, but they exceeded what no expectations I had. Right? Like I didn't have any expectations because it's a new band for me, so I didn't know what it was going to sound like. But I was like pleasantly surprised at that it was
better than
fun.
no expectations.
Yeah, it was better than no expectations. But so like this type of metal usually isn't the type that I seek out to listen to on my own.
Yeah. That's what you have me for.
That's what I have Matt for. Both of these, yeah, because like Bloody Wood is something I would never have picked up either until you sent me a bunch of songs. Mm-hmm. But overall, this one was fun. Yeah,
this is something that this is like the type of music I drive. And in one of our reaction videos, I talked about how I like trying to find folk metal or even just like metal from other countries because they, what Jeff was talking about, at least with Bloody Wood, and we'll talk about it probably later, but they have a 12 scale and it's different from the Western 12 scale, but then they can also turn it into 22 scale, you said?
They can divide those 12 notes into a further 22 notes.
Yeah, so you get like quarter steps and some really interesting sounds that sound off to us in our Western ears, but are completely normal in the other half of the world. So I like going to like India or Japan or Korea and Norway and any of the Scandinavian countries to try and find different music because sometimes it's all the same stuff over here.
Yeah,
it gets real boring. So if I can mix it up and find something interesting where it's a little jarring to the ear because you're not used to it, then I'm all for it. So
yeah, and you're completely right because sometimes like as much music as there is, sometimes I just like there's some days where I'm just like bored.
Yeah.
I'm just like I don't want to listen. Like I want to listen to something, but I don't want to listen to anything.
Yeah.
And I'm just like drive home in silence. Like what am I going to listen to? I don't know.
Your way. I'm just not listening to anything.
What?
It's like fine, have it your way and just not listen to anything.
Yeah, just put the phone down and I'll just listen to my car going over the potholes.
In Michigan, yeah.
Michigan roads are terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember one of our so we did 2 reaction videos that we'll post the links for Amorphous and then one for Bloody Wood. The 2 songs that we did for Amorphous were The Moon and On the Dark Waters. The Moon I remember being one of my favorites.
Yeah.
It was just really big, big choruses like you were saying you liked.
Yep.
You liked how deep and how soaring they were, and like his voice has like a lot of depth to it.
How he could carry the chorus around, that was cool.
Yeah, just felt like very like 3-dimensional. It wasn't like static or flat. It was just, and the arrangements are really full because they have like a keyboard and like piano sounds in there. And I think in the Moon, it was the Moon. There was like a female, wasn't like singing, but it was like oohs and ahs and. Towards the end, I think. Yeah,
I think you're right.
Here and there. So there's like, I was gonna say before you press play, I was gonna say turn the volume down for a second, but so there's a lot of diversity in terms of different like song elements.
Yeah,
in each of the structures. Yeah,
and would that be the prog metal side? I'm not into prog all that much, but
me either.
I thought you loved prog.
Not really.
Not anymore?
I would never really say I loved it. Oh. Yeah. Like
there was like a solid month you were like listening to it. I don't know. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth. I just could have swore there was
I don't think so, because it kind of brings me back to like Between the Buried and Me, and I just don't really like that band. So it's just the reason why I don't like a lot of prog metal is because it's just a lot of like, I don't know, just scaly guitar.
Yeah.
I just more into like rhythmic stuff. Yeah. So it's like prog metal. So it's like 7-minute songs, 8-minute songs. It's like, oh man. When I'm used to like listening to like 2-minute songs, they're just really long. But I do remember liking Northwards,
Yeah.
The Moon.
Yeah.
I think Windmane was good, and then A New Land. So I think a lot of my songs that I liked were more
the
centered
beginning.
towards the beginning
Yeah.
of the album.
I was mid-end.
Mid-end. It always seems to happen that way, I think. It's like whatever I whatever I listen to, like your favorites were like the opposite of my favorites or something. So like between the both of us, there's like we always have the whole album covered.
We'll just cover the whole album.
Yeah.
That's why we have hour-long episodes, because we have to talk about every single song.
Every note, every time signature, every
Yeah. No, I would say my favorites I have up here is Windmane, When the Gods Came, Halo, the title track, and The Wolf. Yeah.
Can you click on Northwards for me?
No.
Just kind of skip around in that one because
You don't remember what you liked about it?
no.
Let me know if I need to slow down my clicking. At like
I do
122
remember
is
that.
kind of fun, though.
Yeah, I do remember that. And I think what I mentioned in The Moon, I mentioned Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
Remember? I think like 30 seconds you had clicked on it for a second. Like right when this part comes in.
Yep.
Like right after this. It kind of sounded like that Christmassy, that famous Christmas song that Trans-Siberian Orchestra has. Let me just Google it real quick.
Canon or whatever.
Let's see.
Dun, 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 dun. Not that one, right?
Orchestra. Sorry, guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't think of it. Maybe it's Christmas Canon. I don't know. No, it seems like they all do. They have a lot of Christmas songs. So I don't know. So I don't know which one it
They
is.
have like 7 Christmas albums, so yeah, they have a lot of Christmas.
Oh, okay. I didn't know how prevalent it was, but the one that
Carol of the Bells.
Is that it?
Yeah, ding dong.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Dong. Yeah, but they obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one. But anyway, my point being is that those types of that like timbre of sound that I was getting from some of these songs, it just reminded me of that. So
Okay. Yeah. No, I guess we'll go to the bottom because that's how it's written in my notes for whatever reason.
Okay.
But the wolf, I really like the beginning. There's this horn. It's like the first. You hear it?
Oh, that real low.
Boom.
I probably never caught that.
Yeah.
When listening to it in my car, to be honest.
Yeah. No, I think I didn't catch it. I don't think until I listened to it. My last playthrough.
Listen to your albums on headphones, guys.
Yeah.
Because there have been so many times in this podcast where we're like, I like this part. And we're like, oh, I never noticed that until just now, like on the show.
Yep.
So seems like every band has moments like that where there's something that you don't get. Like, don't listen to music off your phone. It's convenient, but like, don't use your phone speakers to listen to things because you don't get the full experience. Listen in your car. Car is like the most common, I guess, but like if you've got some nice speakers or some nice like over the ear headphones, like even earbuds are not that great because they're so small. Yeah. I mean, some earbuds can sound good, but like if you want to get the full effect, listen on some kind of quality medium.
If all you have is your phone, though,
Don't. No. Skip it.
Wait in silence.
Yeah, we'll just wait. No, we're
No.
But yeah. So there, you might be missing moments, is what I'm saying. You might be missing some cool moments because the range of speakers on phones are not very wide. So, but so what was it? The wolf. It was
The wolf.
Like
Yeah. So-
mainly that horn at the beginning, or
Well, no, that's what I just discovered when I listened to it. I liked the intro vocals really show that death metal route that we were talking, and even right now in like the 137-ish, just the growls and stuff. You can tell he's had experience, and he's really comfortable with it. So you can really tell that he has that death metal. At 2:06, we're actually almost right there. So we'll play on it. There's these really interesting electronics that kind of come in. Oh wait, there's like 3 seconds left.
this is only just for us to hear. By the way, we don't have the music in the episode at all ever. Sorry, did I miss it?
I don't know.
Did I miss it?
You might have, because I think I missed it.
Try again. Oh yeah.
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 Yeah. Music was a little quiet.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I thought that was interesting. And then at 3:35, choir.
Choir.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do remember liking this part too.
Yeah, it's just like good choir break. All there is just choir, a little bit of drums, like just the toms, the
And it's like actual choir, not like a keyboard
yeah.
simulating a choir.
They're chanting a specific line.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. I like it when bands have the time and or money to put a choir, like an actual choir in there.
Mm-hmm.
You want to talk about one of yours next?
Go to Windmane. I think we could do. I mean, maybe, do you have notes on Windmane? Because we share.
Yep.
Common.
At 1 minute and 2:56 is pretty much all I got.
Okay, go to theirs.
Go to theirs.
Go there.
Yeah, go to theirs. So at 1 minute, the gallop, the dun 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 dun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, are you catching those like toms? Like that hollow like. I kind of follow that.
Mm-hmm.
I dig
Yeah,
it.
the toms in that part are not like huge. It's just kind of
it's just like in
rhythmic.
the back. Yeah.
Yeah, and push back a bit.
And then at 2:56, there is a groovy solo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. Oh, okay.
Okay.
That was another part that I liked about this band. Was I think
There
it
we
was
go.
that part.
Yeah.
But I think there was a part in Northwards. The first time I listened to it,
Yeah.
it was like an organ sound.
Okay.
Solo. And I was like, I remember saying, organ? Ooh, you know, that type of thing.
Didn't you do that in the Moon? Wasn't there like an organ? You're like, we talked about an organ somewhere. It was either the Moon or the On Dark Waters. I can't remember. We talked about a pipe organ.
Oh, yeah. No, that was
A different band. Okay,
that
never
was
mind.
Monuments, I think. Wasn't it? The uplifting part?
Yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah. Towards the end of the chorus.
Too many organs.
Different band. Yeah, we did a lot of videos today. But yeah, I do remember being surprised at that because I wasn't expecting it. I think it was during Northwards, towards like the bridge or somewhere towards the end or
I
something
don't know
like
where
that.
that's at. It's a 5.5 minute song.
Yeah, that's fine.
You want to click around?
No. I don't have timestamps, so it's fine. Yeah, like I don't know if we mentioned this already, but very like just diverse like arrangements.
Yeah, no song is quite the same.
And like the keyboard really, I think, brings out that diversity because you can have so many different sounds on a keyboard, like the organ, piano sound, like the actual classic like keyboard sound with like, strings.
Yeah.
And then in our reaction video for On the Dark Waters, there was like a guitar solo, but it had like a sitar type of
timbre
timbre to it.
Or lap steel guitar or something like that. Yeah. It's really cool. When the Gods Come?
Came.
When the Gods Came.
Gods Come, CUM.
Oh.
Cum melodic.
No. Yeah, just a really nice melodic intro, and then these power drums, as I like to call them, when they come in. I forget. I don't have a timestamp on when they come in, but it's coming up. So there you got the guitars and the drums all hit at the same time. Dun 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 dun.
Almost sounds like it almost sounds like they didn't use a drum set. Like they used like bigger drums or something, maybe.
Like a timpani or
something like that.
I don't know, like a big tom.
Yeah, like a real big one.
Yeah.
It sounded bigger than just like a regular drum set.
Yes. Yeah. Power drums.
Power drums.
They use power drums. We made a new instrument.
Yeah.
We're calling them power drums.
Power drums. Copyright Blackcast.
Yeah.
Blackcast.
Yeah, and then so at 120 I have might bug Jeff many words.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Because like one of those times when they're trying to fit a lot of words in.
Oh, okay.
Let you listen to it for a second. There's like a weird. I don't know if you caught it.
I didn't.
It's like a
skip or something like.
Yeah. So. The.
Go back a little bit. Go back to like 115.
You hearing it?
I'm not.
Maybe it wouldn't bug you. Okay, it's like an odd rhythm because he's doing those long like da da da, and then he goes da 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 da.
Okay, because like I'm not exactly hearing it here, but I do recall recently hearing something like that. So I don't know if it was this band or maybe there was a spot in Bloodywood that like got me something similar to that where I'm like, it just like it didn't feel right. Like my
Yeah, what your notes say? 250.
No, I don't have it in here. But yeah, I believe you. Usually I can catch things.
Oh, so this part, if you listen to the growling vocals, they're interestingly layered. Like you can't really go like a half step down, but he's not the same pitch. You hear it? I don't know. I found that interesting. It was
like
one of those.
here.
Yeah, it's like one of those like adds depth, adds a little bit more flavor to the song.
Yeah, because usually when you think of like heavy vocals like that, you think of like mids, highs, and like lows. But
Yeah,
like this one's kind of like
in the mid,
like a low mid, but then he drops it
just the smallest amount.
Yeah, just step ladder. Well, wrong on the step ladder.
Wrong on the step
I was going to
ladder.
say lep statter, and that just my brain just kind of froze for a second.
Yeah, I have a lip statter.
Lep statter. It's been a long week.
You had a bad week. Yeah, and then the only other one I have is Halo. I did it.
You finally did.
I did it.
On camera.
On camera. The only thing I really had to say about this song is whatever sound they use at the beginning, I love it. It's awesome. And then I love the chorus. It's like a little spacey.
Almost sounds like a movie soundtrack.
Yeah. And then you got that that disc, that flying like
flutter. Yeah, it almost yeah, like I can hear that in like a movie trailer as the company is being introduced at the beginning of the movie. You know?
I was thinking like in a
fading in,
almost in like a thriller, like a sci-fi thriller.
Yeah,
with like almost the big reveal, like they're like, I don't know, on a planet in a cave somewhere, kind of looking around with their flashlights. Then you just hear, and then it's the that's the music to unveiling the space alien.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's what I was getting. But then wherever this chorus comes in, he nails it. It's beautiful. Here we go. Yeah.
Do 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 do.
It's I don't know what it is, but the way he like says Halo, just it's powerful. I love it.
Yeah, he has a really fitting way of like not just saying his words, but like when he says Halo, he like drops it like down here. Halo, like kind of like I didn't do it right, but
yeah, I got
but his inflection kind of sounds like it's coming from like right here.
Yeah, it's not like in the diaphragm. It's somewhere in here.
Yeah,
yeah. You have anything else to say?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know. This was one of those, we found this band because we were like, oh, we're gonna do Bloodywood. Let's record it because they just came out with a new music video that we're gonna do for the channel, and it was kind of a, well, do you want to do? I can't remember the band we're gonna put with it. And I was like, that doesn't really fit, or either didn't fit or it didn't go. It wasn't out in time. I can't remember,
something like that.
But we're like, okay, well, how about we try and make a theme of the folk metal? And so I just typed in new folk metal albums and found these guys. And this is the first time hearing them, and I'm excited to go back and listen to their other stuff too. Decades
worth of material. Decades.
Yep.
I think we chose these guys because with Bloodywood, we pushed it up a week. Remember? I think we brought up, we were supposed to do like Bloodywood next Sunday.
Yeah.
But
I don't remember.
Something about the timing with the other band, their release wasn't out yet. So we decided to kind of switch things around a bit.
Yeah.
But
so yeah, I was glad that we did the little Google search and found these guys because they're stellar. Very interesting.
Yeah. Oh, and I love the artwork.
Yeah.
Isn't that like purple and white? I didn't know I loved purple and white together until I saw this. It's just like symmetrical.
Yeah.
It just I don't know. It's like one of those like Celtic knots or like Gordian knot, or is that like an actual tie knot? I don't know. But like the
Celtic,
Celtic knot. That looks so cool.
Mm-hmm.
And what I didn't notice, it looks like on the right side with the white
is
daytime and then nighttime. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I don't know. I liked it. It was really good. I'm glad that we stumbled upon these guys.
Yeah. Thumbs up. So what would you rate it?
This was like an 8.5. It was, I liked the melodic. I loved how he held out the chorus. I think I said this in one of the videos. I think the choruses were the best part in every single song. I loved his voice. I love how smooth he was able to hold out notes, and just like you said, the inflection on how he was able to manipulate his voice. It was great, and you could tell he's really comfortable screaming. So all those parts were just stellar as well. But I think the choruses were my favorite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'd have to agree. And I'm close to you. I'm going to give it an 8.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty much for everything you just said as well.
Yeah. Well, these guys are pretty stellar.
Yeah. All right. So moving on to Bloodywood, Rock Shack.
Yeah.
It's a full length, and pull up my notes for that one. And so this is Indian folk metal, introduced to me by Matt. Matt was a big fan of these guys before I even knew about them. Sent me some songs, and we've done like reaction videos to their to some of their music videos, and we're going to be releasing those alongside around the same time as this episode. And what'd you think of the whole album overall? Because I know this is like one of your most anticipated, I think.
Yeah. So interesting. Okay. I have listened to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So over half the album were singles before it actually was released.
Yeah.
So
I noticed that.
So over like the last year, they produced it themselves. I'm pretty sure, because Bloody Wood Media Private Limited. So I think they did everything themselves, which is impressive. So I would understand why it would take, I think, is it Machi Basad came out in 2000, or G Very came out in 2018. I can't remember. So 4 years ago, there's some of these songs are 4 years old, or 2 years old, and they recorded them, I'm assuming, by themselves, and they I mentioned this in one of the other videos. I think they did all the videography for all their previous music videos except for Dana Dan, which looked like they did it in an actual studio. So that's really cool that they're doing all this by themselves through, I don't know if they have a Patreon or subscribers or something. I know they do streams. I've watched a couple of them. It's pretty funny because they'll do like Tekken streams and challenges, and one of them just whoops their ass, like just wipes the floor with them. And they have to do challenges like after when they released this, after 10 pre-orders, they had to fight blindfolded, and that was like the only time they ever stood a chance against the one guy. So it was just funny. It was fun to watch. They seem like pretty cool guys.
Fighting game community. They're crazy at those games.
Yeah.
Because just a quick note, I was actually surprised to see Maki Basad on here.
Because it is an older.
Because it was, like you said, years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember before we even started doing the podcast, and we did that as like it was called Math vs. the World episode.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
We did that.
I thought
as
we
a
had talked
single.
about it before.
And so that was almost a year ago. And prior to that, it had been out for like at least 2 or 3 years, I think, before that. So I was expecting it just to be like a single type song, but it was made on the album. So so this album it's taken them a while to come out, but I think it was worth it.
Yeah, well done. A little note is Rock Shack, I think is how we're pronouncing it, or how we're murdering it.
Just gonna go with it.
I don't know. It was a movie. Yeah, it's a movie title. It was a movie produced in India, and I did a little research on that, and the name actually, it has a whole bunch of meanings in English, but they all kind of generalize around protector or defender, which is very fitting for this band's political stance on, I'm not too familiar with what's going on in India, but I guess you could even say the world. And they're, what was it? We just did Aja, or was it Aj? Yes, number 2 on the album. Yeah,
it was the last.
Yeah, and that was the one
first video we did by them. Video.
And they said, in this climate, you can't be we're not a political band. And then halfway through, they're like, psych, in this climate, you have to be political because there's too much going on, and they're just ripping down. And Machi Basad is, according to the music video, because they have little subtitles, it is Expect a Riot.
Yeah.
So, they do a lot of, stand up for what's right, and, very powerful, a lot of uplifting stuff when you actually get to translating it and whatnot. So I think that's one of the things I really love about this band is they're not, you know, sometimes in the genre you can get stuck in that like depression type rut and there's just all like sad stuff. And listening to this band is a little bit more uplifting, a little bit more encouraging, and they talk about some real stuff that you just kind of get you amped up and wanting to do something about something.
Yeah, it's addressing horrible situations, but trying to make the best
A good
out
spin.
of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas like you write a lot of metal is kind of on that depressing side, talking about hardships and
Yeah.
just life stuff in general, but never really like trying to pick you up.
One of my favorite
Really?
phrases is by BWB. Wait, no, UABB. Upon a Burning Body has a song, and they say, "Life sucks," and then you die. So like you get stuck in that rut of just like, well, life sucks, and then I'm just gonna die. But then these guys are here to kind of spin you around and make you want to fight for life. So
So I do agree with those, like the lyrics, like the uplifting lyrics.
yeah,
I mentioned this during Aj.
yes,
I like the uplifting lyrics, but I still don't love the rap lyrics, just because some of them are really cheesy. Like especially during Gadar track
Yeah.
1, I put it in red here. He said something about like
oh yeah, so
being like fake, like the WWE, but keeping it real, like
Like the
UFC or
UFC,
something
yep.
like that. I was just like, I don't know, something about, and then like 4 minutes, like Big Bang Mustang, like I don't know. It's just like you hear about like these uplifting like lyrics about like war and trying to get out of, you know, a bad situation, but then it's I don't know. You know what I mean?
and I've been trying like ever since we had like Aj and talked about it. I think there might even be some lines in like Machi Basad when we talked about it in Math versus the World. That's one thing that I thought about, like you, because I know you like rap and metal, but you're not the biggest fan of this take of the rap, and part of me almost thinks that I wonder if it's the like a language barrier, because once again I'm assuming a lot here, but I don't think English is his first language.
Okay.
So in trying to translate, because you think in either Hindi or Punjabi.
Okay.
I'm throwing a lot of assumption out there, but I'm trying to like figure out why you have such a trouble with this. Because I agree, some of them are a little bit they are a little cheesy, and I'm trying to justify why they might be, is because you're thinking in your home language, and then you're translating it into your second language. And I know my cousin, who is like a Spanish teacher, her first language is English, and she teaches in Spanish. She lives down in the Dominican Republic and teaches English or Spanish. She teaches down there. And she would tell me that there's stuff that happens in Spanish. There's like whole instances that it happened in Spanish. And when you go to tell the story in another language, your mind can't process everything 100%. So it comes out weird.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know if that...
It might be. Yeah, it might be maybe like a language barrier thing. Because I do love the rhythm, and I love like the delivery of all the
Yeah.
words, and I love the fact that they have that rap in there. So like the whole package sounds great.
Yeah.
So it might just be like, in terms of like the content, it might just be, yeah, you're right. It might be just be like a language barrier thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Could be.
But
But yeah, overall, like in my opinion too, I really enjoyed this album. And I think what really put the icing on the cake is like that flute thing that he plays.
You
'Cause
texted me this week and said, I have, was it G?
It was Aj. I think Aj is my favorite song on the track, or favorite track on the album. I was like, yeah, I have that flute
Yeah.
the intro stuck in my head,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Oh yeah, I just listened to that on the way home."
Yeah.
So, I don't know if there's if it's a flute or if there's like a proper name for it. Maybe someone can help us out with that. But
I think it actually says in their bio.
does it really? Okay.
Yeah.
It just adds a nice texture to it, nice melodic texture.
The melancholic flute.
Okay. Single stringed tumbi. Yeah, so that must be that that sound. I like that too.
Yeah. The melancholic flute, and then the dole, which I wonder if that's that single drum that they hold and they hit it with the little small
It's got to
sticks.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what else is interesting is that most of the, to my ears, most of the singing and the heavy vocals are in either Hindi and Punjabi,
I think they all are.
and then most of the rap I think is like English.
Yeah, I was surprised in going into. You want to just go into? The song.
Yeah.
So I know Dana Dan. Is that how we right?
Dana Dan, I
Dana Dan. Was one of our favorites, and it was that one or Zangirosi, something like that's how I would pronounce it in English, but I know it's wrong. It was either that one. I can't remember which one it was. So either track 3 or track 5 was the first time I heard the heavy vocalist who does primarily the
fast rap part.
He does like a fast rap in Hindi and Punjabi.
Dana Dan.
Dana Dan, was that the first one? Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens one other time. It might be in BSDK XEX or EX. Yeah.
That's okay.
Track 9.
Track 9. Yeah, I agree with that.
So I heard that and was like, what?
Yeah, it was really cool. Dana Dan was also one of my favorites as well, and we did a reaction video on that, so you guys check that out on our YouTube channel. And I mentioned this during the reaction, and you mentioned it earlier in the podcast about the different scales, like Western scale versus like Indian scale. So they also have like a 12 tone scale, I think it would be called. And then their 12 can be further divided to make that scale up to 22 notes. So they have like you said, like quarter steps and rather than like half steps and stuff like that. So, and the reason why I bring this up is I learned that in like when I went to college for music school, and that I think that it's got to be that like single string instrument that they're playing in Dana Dan. It sounded like it was, and I mentioned this during the reaction video, but it sounded like it was slightly out of tune at times. So I was curious if there was any difficulty like mixing the two scales between the instruments, because like if you were to take like a regularly tuned guitar, say like over to that part of the world, you might not have like guitars just aren't built that way. They're built for like our scales. So I'm wondering if there was if they had to tune it a certain way, or if it just like if the instrument just doesn't have those types of notes to it and they just blended it anyway. And because it was like close enough, but like it gave it its own like sound. Yeah. You know? So it was, that was something that I really liked about that, was because it was, it's unusual. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Another thing about, I said, what an opener. I think that was referring to the lyrics, or was it the, oh no, so it's like those muffled drums. And then you got this like slow guitar kind of just riff coming in.
If there's one song that you have to listen to off this album, I think it would be this one.
Yeah.
Because of how diverse of a song it is and how they are in general. Because like it starts off with this like typical metal part, then they have the huh sound.
Yeah,
right?
that I think that might have been.
But then they jump into like a different guitar thing, all like a new metal thing right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It changes pace.
Yeah. It's amazing, and then the speed rap that he does is unbelievable.
Yep.
What did you say? You said faster than Franz?
Yeah, I was like, oh, Franz, faster than Franz from Attila. This part, right?
Yeah. I don't know. It's
Fast
pretty.
screaming.
It's pretty close. I think Franz is a little bit faster.
Could be. Well, this was the fast scream part that you were talking about, right?
Yeah. There's another song that does it. Oh, and another thing I said is this chorus. If you guys don't know what the Harm's Way Running Man is, just type in Harm's Way Running Man and you'll see it. But this chorus makes me want to do it. I just want to do the Harm's Way Running Man because it's stellar.
Yeah.
Another thing is like, so this song was talking about like sexual assault and the climate of the world that we live in and how people are idiots. Pretty much. And so anyways, I put the song almost kind of with the message, it reminded me a little bit of Face Down by Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, just more brutal.
Okay.
Because in Face Down, they, you know what song I'm talking about?
Yeah, I love that. I like that song.
So he's talking about like, do you feel like a man? Do you feel better now when you
push her around?
When you push her around, yeah. So that's talking about, I think, just physical abuse. They were a little bit more towards the sexual abuse side. It was just Red Jumpsuit was like calling out the guy, and these guys were just like, just beat the shit out of him,
right?
And record it so that way everyone can see,
right?
Yeah, but they're not just attesting that violence is the answer, because they also say in here that one day I might be able to change his mind with my words, or something along those lines. Is he's saying that, you know, hopefully there will be a day when you don't have to worry about this, but until that day comes, dan da 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 dan da 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 da, which in Hindi we discovered meant like just unrelenting beating the crap out of
someone like
repeatedly,
hit after hit. So they're basically wanting to attack, or having this like revenge fantasy of attacking someone who like a sexual predator, basically,
yeah.
Sexual assault, someone who would commit something like that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But either way, I don't know. It's a great song.
Yeah,
makes me want to move.
Yeah, and then another like I mentioned before, Aj was another favorite of mine. Flute, and then like it had that like female oohs and ahs at the end, and
that was we discovered that was Snake Charmer, something like that.
Oh,
somebody posted about that on our
someone commented on the video, but I can't exactly remember
who it was.
Sorry, we did see your comment. We talked about it.
It was something Snake Charmer.
Yeah, we promised we saw that comment.
Yeah,
we just can't remember it.
I think she was in another one of these songs too.
Yeah, I do remember something like that coming back again. But even with the Aj music video, I can't help but think of that music video now every time that I hear the song, because of they have most of their videos have these like wide
panning shots
of just like landscapes and like just like beautiful scenery and stuff, and it just like
here we are in Michigan.
Winter in Michigan. We need
the mountains,
beautiful mountain views and nice green. When was the last time you saw green? I don't know, green grass.
September.
What year is it? Yeah. That was another two of my favorites.
Mashi Basadi, I enjoyed. I like the blend of the traditional instruments with the metal in that one primarily. And at 2:55, there's like a good twang. If I can find it. You hear it? Doing, doing.
Not the electronic part.
No, there's a literal twang.
All right, go back for a second. Let me just listen to it for a minute. Oh yeah, yeah, I hear it now.
I don't know why I just discovered that and I was like, huh,
Yeah,
wear headphones.
hey, wear headphones for real. Something that I didn't like about Odds. Let me just go back to that for a second. I said, what was that? What's with that weird out of tune noise in the left headphone? I didn't know if that was. I think it's like, so turn it up a bit. I think when the rest of the song comes in, after the flute intro, like when the rest of the guitar comes in, sounds like, I don't know if it's one of those things like I mentioned, like a different scale, but it just sounds.
It sounds good.
Hold on. Turn the verse. That thing. Do you hear that?
That almost sounded like a. Have you ever heard of I think it's called a water flute or water harp? No, that's not a water. No, it's not a water harp. I don't know. I like it.
Oh no!
Okay.
I know it was just like jarring, you know.
Okay, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I didn't know if it was part of like a different scale. I didn't put Zenjiro Sei as like a favorite, but the beginning I said shows off some more of their technical side, like with the guitar. I'm kind of biased because I'm a guitar player.
Yeah, I think that's one of their more riffy sounds.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the Snake Charmer.
Could be. Sounds similar.
It sounds similar, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of my other favorites was BSDK.exe.
EXE.
And it's just kind of that. There's like that techno intro.
I didn't love it, to be honest.
It was interesting.
It was interesting.
It was different. I was not expecting from them. And then at 57, the vocals are brutal.
And this almost sounds like a Snake Charmer music or the thing that they play.
They have there's that special flute or recorder or something where it's, and then it has that like bowl, and then it pans out into that horn shape at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then at 2 minutes, favorite line. Like, can you read what I just wrote? I can't.
And just to say one more thing about the rap vocals, you reminded me from this song is that he's got like two different flavors. Like he's got that regular, like his regular voice, but then he has that like real deep kind of husky thing that he does. Right here.
Yeah, so at 2 minutes, he in that rap part, he says...
Oh, there, I saw the word COVID in there.
Yeah. Scroll too far. No, I didn't. I don't know where it's at. Oh, okay. If you choose to spew venom... Or if you choose to spew the venom in the service of the few, like the Nazi propaganda stereotyping of the Jews, Hitler thought he was the shit, but in the end, he's gonna lose. I was like, I like that. That's funny. Or not funny. I mean, it's good. That's clever.
Clever, like
There was no
wordplay.
mistranslation there.
Yeah. Right. A very clear message.
Yep. I don't know, that was one of my favorite lines. And then at 3:30 in the song, there's a choir. I don't know, I'm scrolling. You go from like the heavy guitars and then just
Like instant,
like
stop.
6 seconds of choir, and then it slowly builds back up into the guitars again. You can hear them like come in with like the drums a little bit.
It's like track 9, and it's like the same spot as like Amorphous, wasn't it? Did they have like second to last
Yeah,
song?
something like
Halo,
that. Yeah,
Halo did that.
yeah, yeah.
What was that COVID line?
Oh,
Go up a little bit. Oh no, that's Civility.
it's up here. No escape for the traitors of the fourth estate. Like the COVID spread, they spread the hate. I annihilate this virus. I'm a vaccinate. Answered to the cancer, cutting out the dead weight. So I sharpen up the blade like, and then a bunch of Hindi. Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, there's no translation here on this. But
Yeah. Oh, there's
No.
a yeah in there.
Yeah.
In English, yeah.
Yeah, there is.
I wonder why they wouldn't translate that.
They don't translate any, at least on Spotify, they don't translate the Hindi.
Hmm.
No, I think that's like a Bloodywood thing where they put the...
They don't want to do
They put the translation
in the video?
in the music videos.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for the last one, they didn't
Yeah.
have any translations.
Which I think was
Interesting.
a studio thing.
Studio thing.
If a studio did it, I don't... Because that's extra money to... I don't know. I don't know how
We're making
it works. I'm
assumptions
just, speculating.
We're just speculating, yeah.
You have anything else?
I like...
House of Flies?
Yeah, I don't know. The number 9, 20 seconds. Just some... It was another one of those rap things that kind of threw me off.
Oh.
Something about houseflies.
Oh, blessed with the rebel eyes, I see the web of lies, messing up a mind, wrapping it up like a house. Okay, so he's saying that, like a spider, he's
Like a housefly got caught
in
in
the
web
web
of
of lies.
lies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yad, track 8. I like the change of pace at 140.
Yeah, at 140. At 137?
Oh, right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's like a tempo change.
Yeah.
1, 2,
That's nice.
3, 4. It's almost got like a... It's like in 4, but it sounds like it wants to... 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost sounds like it should be in 3.
Like a waltzy 4.
Yeah, like a waltzy 4. Yeah, exactly. A waltzy 4. That's what it sounds like. Yep.
Waltzy.
Waltzy 4.
Take that, Bach.
Right. And then G Viri, track 6. I like the guitar verse. I think it was like clean. Was that the clean guitar?
Oh, like 40 seconds or 50 seconds.
Yeah. And then 325, there was like a note bend. Like a flute note bend, maybe?
You'd have to be like an airbender. Oh, okay. That's almost like a slur is what they is in band. So like when I played trumpet, you usually like you tongue all the notes to get them individually. Yeah. Yeah. So you tongue the notes to get the individual notes. You don't like stop your airflow because it's not as crisp.
You just blow the air and then push the
No,
buttons, right?
so you blow the air and then so you would use your tongue to stop the air coming out compared to you going because it's not as crisp.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha.
So a slur was where you would just breathe and then you would change the notes as you kind of like almost like a sweep, I guess, on a guitar where you just so you do the same thing where you go up the scale without well, I guess you could jump notes, but you wouldn't tongue them and you wouldn't stop the airflow. It would just be one solid note. So with the flute, I'm assuming it's kind of the same thing where they just kind of went and then they just very quickly pushed down a couple different keys and got that different note. Or that almost sounded like he went up like from a low, and this obviously probably wasn't the note, but from like a low C to a high C. And on like a trumpet, those were both open notes. And all it took was for you to, or I guess it would be easier to go from a G, I think. So an open G to high C, because that's 3 notes. And all you'd have to do is adjust the positioning of your mouth tighter. So that way you could just go,
just bend it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that might have been what he did. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, cool sound. I like what we I know I mentioned this before in like previous episodes where like when I do what was it called? Or like what I pay attention to for like melodies is like how they land on a note.
Yeah.
And then that the way that they did that was that like hit me the right way.
So I think Endurant is the song that, like, if you watch the music video, I think it almost made me cry. That might not be it. There's a music video where they have a dog and it's like you're going through like the age. It might have been this one. I don't know. They got a song out there. I can't find it. Where if you watch the music video, it'll be, have some tissues by you because the music video is really sad. I can't remember which one it is, but it's good. It's a good music video. You should watch it.
Even this one, it says 3 years old. now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
and it's on this album. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Yacht is a year old.
they might as well just do the whole.
3 years old.
They should just do a whole video album or do a video for every song.
That'd be cool.
You just do a video for every song.
Yeah. That'd be cool. That's about all I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna just check my like overall notes that I do usually. And another thing is that the singer is always very passionate and like belty with the songs. Like I don't recall him like really singing softly at that much. Maybe like one song or like one spot in a song, but a lot of it is very like just all like he's like giving it his all.
Yeah. And you see that in like the music videos too. Like I think the way he does the music videos is exactly how he does his stage presence.
Oh yeah. And you can just see him like in the studio singing that way too, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet.
Yeah.
So
That'd be an interesting band to see live.
I don't know if I would kill, but I would come pretty damn close.
Yeah, that's all I got too.
That's
Great album.
I loved it. What would you give it?
I think I'm gonna give it a 8.5. I almost wanted to give it a 9.
Yeah. But you can't get past that rap.
No, it's not that.
Okay.
No, it's that wouldn't that's not enough to I think that they kind of started to sound similar to me towards the end. Like I remember, it's long. Oh boy. I think I remember whatever the last song was. Kind of sounded similar to me to Maki Basad, like the intro or something like that. Or no. Yeah. That part. And then
It's the same but different instruments. Yeah.
but I
it's
think
kinda- Oh. Yeah.
I mean, I guess there might be only so much you can do on that one string instrument, if that's what it is.
It's a different key.
Sounds the same to me, but I think I just kind of got like after Yod, I didn't really like hold my interest that much.
Gotcha.
But so 8.5 of the two albums, I think I like this one more.
No,
week
this
overall.
this was I think a solid 9 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it lived up to everything I was hoping it would be. I was surprised to see so many songs that I knew, but at the same time, I think that goes to show the playability. Like like I said, some of these songs are 4, 3, 2 years old, and you put it on a fresh album, and they're still kicking.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Official release, like
yeah,
it's finally out. Yeah, they're very confident in their like confidence of the songs. Like I don't know how to word that.
confidence in their confidence.
Confident in the confidence.
You
Yeah, I
can't
guess
use the word to describe the word. That's not how it works.
I'm breaking the rules.
Okay.
So yeah. So if you're listening to this, you can also check it out on the YouTube channel. I'm just gonna release them both at the same time so that you can watch it or hear it either way. I think does that make sense?
Yeah. So
Is that
Thursday.
right? Thursday at midnight is usually when
Yeah.
Wednesday night into Thursday at midnight.
Yeah.
And then just look out for our other reaction videos for these for Donna Don for Bloodywood, and then
The Moon.
The Moon, and then On the Dark Waters for Amorphous. I almost said Amberglow. Amorphous. So thanks for watching. Got anything else?
No. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it.
All right, see you guys later.
Boy.